What's going on, everybody? It's your boy James at Grendel's Garage. Today, we got a little package in the mail from bicycleengines.com. This right here is the second actual kit that I've bought, brand new. The other one is the Wildcat 80 from California Motorbikes, or what is it, Motorized Bicycles. Let's just go ahead and compare companies and stuff like that as we unbox this. Kind of a different video, just something different. I like to open it up straight out the box, that way you guys can see. I have not even opened up the tape. I've been sitting on this for about 2 days, just waiting for everything to slow down and at the old house and all that jazz. With that being said, guys, we're not stopping there. I have been wanting to get back into welding for a very, very long time. And basically, it's second Christmas. You know what that means. Taxes are coming back. With that being said, I have been saving up for a little bit, and then on top of that, they just had quite the sell on these Yeswelders. This is a Flux core welder. With that being said, I also had to get some of the merchandise that comes with it, which we'll talk about a little bit more, a little bit later. Pretty excited for that helmet. It's looking pretty jazzy and for a good price. But I was pretty blown away with how inexpensive these welders have gotten. So I'm excited to get back into it. I should be able to start doing some little tiny modifications once I get it hooked up and rock and roll. And it's been about 12 years since I've done welding, and when I was doing welding back in high school, it was stick welding. So this has the capabilities for both. I'm mostly just doing it for the Flux. I do not have a 120 watt or amperage connector in my garage, so if we're going to want to do stick welding or anything more intense, we might have to get a little generator. I think that's going to be a lot cheaper than paying an electrician to put something like that in. So, with that being said, that's a topic for another day. Let's go ahead and open up why we came here, guys. Make sure everything's looking pretty good for the camera. Alright, not too bad of an angle, but we got the Insta360, so it doesn't make too much of a difference, but you do get that kind of water line in between the sides when you're rotating, so I'm going to try to keep that to a minimum. Anyways, enough talking. Let's just go ahead and crack it open. I'm excited. This is the company that I've been most wanting to buy from. They're a little bit more expensive than others. Not as expensive as Bike Berry. Nothing against those guys, but their engines are a little bit pricey. So, without further ado, let's get at it. Woo. If you guys watched the video 2 weeks ago with the cheeseburger run, you'll see that I slapped a picture in the description. I believe this is the Firestorm 100 Max. So basically this is, from my understanding, it's kind of like a YD 100 with a detached cylinder and a detached head, so that way we can go ahead and, you know, take it apart a little bit easier and all that jazz. Which the YD100s I think are just fine. I do know that a lot of times they are overheating unless you're getting a little bit of air and moving quickly. I think this will kind of help resolve a little bit of that. So, alright. Just some little, 10% off. Let's go. Hey, we actually got like a little manual right here. That's kind of unique. Okay, like a little to-do kit. We know what to do with those, don't we, friends? Put that off to the side. But it is nice that they put that in. Again, this is the first time unboxing this, obviously, as you guys saw. I just cut the tape. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. Hopefully that camera angle's okay. Let's see here. That's going to be some billing information and all that jazz. Kind of nice that they folded it down. So we got the new 100 Max complete 50 millimeter bore 2-stroke bicycle engine kit, and we also upgraded to the CNC Pro cylinder head with dual spark plugs. Alright, and that's just straight reading it from there. Pretty excited, everyone. Let's go. Let's go ahead and quit talking. Let's do it, huh? Put this off to the side. Put all this off to the side here. So far, I'm very happy with the packaging. I like to see this. Everything looks all nice put away. I'm going to try to do this a little bit quicker than when I unboxed the Wildcat, but I don't want to rush anything either, so let's just get to the mumbo jumbo. Starting to accrue quite a bit of these extra spare parts, which is good and not good. The garage is not getting any bigger, so that's not good. But it never hurts to have a few extra things on standby. So, open up the box right away. Looks right there, we have our clutch cable, some rubber mounts. Yikes, not a big fan of rubber mounts. Not 100% sure what that one might be for. Fuel filter. We got our, one of these ones, of course. Oh man, that one's like really bendy. I think I just broke it. Oh man, that is just horrendous. But every kit almost comes with these ones nowadays. Oh, that one's just dead in the water. No good. Oh well. Looks like we have our pipette right there. All that kind of stuff. So it looks like some more mounts. Spark plug pull there. Oh, and we got a little bearing puller right there. That's kind of nice. I already have another one, but never hurts to have another one of those. So we'll keep going. We got some mounts. Got our big old floppy chain. Definitely doesn't say on there. I'd say the Wildcat 80 actually came with a better chain. Same size, 415 size chain. But hey, you know what? More chains, never a bad thing. Chain tensioner with the 4-bolt pattern. This one looks pretty alright. This one has a little bit bigger spacer on there. I have bought ones in the past that do not have a big spacer, and it's not fun, so that will be nice. Oh, exhaust. Okay, very nice. Let's see how the welds are. Looks just fine. Looks like they actually took some time to grind it down a little bit and actually chrome it out. Interesting. Not bad, actually, for what it is. Man, that's a small one, though. They make them a little bit longer, a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, whatever. Our CDI. So this is going to be the CDI that goes to our single head for spark plug. Single spark plug head, which I made sure that I also got that as well, just in case. You know, why not? Got another CDI with it. Customer service that I was talking to online was excellent. I was very happy with that. Box with nothing in it. Maybe that was supposed to hold some of that stuff. Good old rag joint. Looks like it does have, oh man, they cheaped out and got those little metal threaded ones. Those are garbage. Do not use them. Throw them away. Get the Teflon ones if you can. That's a little sad, but they also got a, you know. Alright, hey, we got some spare metal. Maybe we can cut it up and use it for welding. I don't even know if this welder can go that small as far as that stuff. Literally, guys, it's been so long, and again, I have not done a whole lot of the flux core, if at all. Sorry, I guess I probably don't need to be breaking down boxes off camera. Let's go ahead and get into what we signed up for, right? Woo, baby. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Looks like we got the gas tank next. Got to love the gas tank. Got to love the gas tank. Starting to get a plethora of these as well now. Well, hey, it looks like a gas tank. A little bit bubbly right here on the paint. Inside looks pretty good though. Your standard gas tank, guys. Put this up to the side with all the other ones. Got like 3 gas tanks now that I don't use. Okay, taste of resistance. Let's go ahead and see how we're looking. Pull this out, move this big box. Boxes for days. Alright, so tape's kind of coming off, but whatever there. Looks like we got a little bust through with these right here. Probably should have put some kind of foam right there, but I mean, what's that going to do really with this hunk of metal right here? Alright. Ooh, Nelly. Ooh, Nelly. Oh, alright, so excited. Some more 10% off stuff. There's our dual CDI. I'm actually going to take this off because I've never seen one in person, only, you know. Oh, it came with the 2 spark plugs, that's kind of nice. Okay. You know, I was kind of expecting this CDI to be a little bit bigger. I'm not really sure how they're producing more spark or if it's just a little bit less spark in each You know what I mean? A little bit less spark in each one. Interesting. I mean, yeah, okay. It's a CDI with an extra spark plug head. The little typical spark plugs they give you, the LDs. Alright, we're going to gloss over this little bit here, guys. You all know what these are. Looks like we've got our typical carburetor, NT carb. I actually, you know what, let's open that up. I don't have this specific NT carb. This is the one that drains from the bottom instead, rather than the side. I don't know what that all entails as far as any other difference. I do know some guys have a little bit of clearance issues. Sometimes with this drainage right here. Kind of interesting. Not used to that kind of fuel pipe get or whatever you want to call that. Looks good though. Looks like a good old carburetor. NT, baby. Oh, I'm not sure what that says. Bio something. Interesting. I don't know. Different. A little different. Again, these are pretty common. Different than what any other carburetor I have. Starting to get a lot of those too. Alright, cool. I'm very happy with this packaging, guys. I mean, like, overall, this is pretty good. Let's get to that here in a sec. Okay. They packaged the two on top. I'm not going to be a fan of that because those were obviously grinding in the package. Try not to grind them now, but that's, you know, just, again, a little piece of foam goes a long ways. Alright. Ooh, it's a big old exhaust port. Nice. That looks like the piston is in there. Okay. Try not to drop anything right off the bat. Already some poor casting right there on the head. Looks like pretty pitted up on here on the top. Makes you wonder what the rest of this cylinder has going on in it. Let's go ahead and pop that piston out. Yeah, the piston's a little bit bigger. A little greasy. Just fine. Okay. Nothing to see there, really. Let's see how the cylinder looks. Probably going to be really hard to see with that lighting, guys. So we do have the open transport. Open transport, geez. Can't even think right now, guys. I'm sorry. So we got the open transfer ports. Looks pretty good. I mean, the cylinder looks pretty good. Minus that pitting on the top. I'm kind of curious to see what else overall. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. Oh, man, that's just, you know, again, it's just an indicator of maybe what else is in there. But still, very happy with this. That's a big old exhaust, man. I don't see these circle ones. I wonder how these hold up. You just don't have as much mating material. But again, this is a nice big old thick gasket on there, so. Doesn't look like I'll need to do too much cleaning of any sort. Alright, I'm going to quick gawking over this. Sorry, it's just interesting to me. You guys know how it goes. Oh, here's our big old head. There you go, yeah. LD100. Gotta see where I can get some extra of those, huh? Should be pretty easy. Cool. We're just gonna keep moving along. Put all this over the side here. Okay. Well, yeah, see, that's why I didn't want, I don't like, that's why they, I do not like how they put that together there, because now we have a bunch of pops. Again, negligible. This is pretty flat, actually. This doesn't have much of an edge to it. Looks pretty good, though. I mean, pretty, not a super deep hole, or excuse me, deep compression chamber on the top. And we got our, oh, they sent us a couple of them. Looks like some G clips, a couple different I'm not gonna say they look different. They kind of almost look different, don't they? No, they're the same. That's nice. I sent us a couple pair. Hopefully that's not an indicator they think those are going to come out. Those are not as good. The G clips are not as good as the C clips, but I have yet to actually take a little chunk out of my piston and order some of those C clips. I personally haven't had any issues with those coming out, but that is common enough in the motorized bicycle community that it definitely is a thing. So just something to think about. Modifications we can do later on. Ooh, it's hefty little guy. Hefty big little guy. Alright, let's go ahead and take off her dress and see what's there, huh? Alright. Alright, not too shabby looking, huh? Ooh, I'm gonna take off my jacket. It's getting warm now. It's getting warm because I always get nervous before these videos. Ha! Oh, shucks. Alright. Rubber band all that together. That's going to be kind of like a pain, but I get it. That's not a bad little system to put together. I'm not really happy. Well, you know what, actually, I was going to say I'm not happy how they put that on there, but that actually might have kept it a little bit safer. Kind of like how the studs in there just fine, too. It's funny, you can pay an extra $30 for them to put the cylinder and put it all together, and I'm just like, you guys are crazy. How many people do they get with that? See how that clutch feels? Oh, that feels good. Yeah, alright, cool. Yeah, that's nice, guys. That seems pretty alright. Pretty alright. Well, you know, we've got to turn it a few times, see what's good. Just don't want to drop anything in there. I'm going to take this off. Okay. A little needle bearing looks pretty good, guys. That looks pretty good. Cool. Put that to the side next to these clips so I don't lose them. Still possible I could lose them. One thing that's kind of poopy about looks like they do have the YD 100 stamped on the rod. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm just going to give it a few little passovers just to kind of see. Ooh, that's butter, baby. That's butter, baby! Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I like that. That is very, very good first impressions for me. Always going to be a little bit of wobble side to side, but forward and back, actually. You know what, guys? This seems really good. I'm very happy with this first impressions. Well, okay, cool. All right, so the lower looks very nice. No complaints there, guys. Really no complaints. I just didn't like that cylinder on top of that head. It's a little weird. And then just the little pits on the top. That makes me nervous. But again, pretty reputable company. So, in my opinion, pretty reputable as far as the motorbike community goes. Sorry, I'm going to gawk for just a second. Cool. Can't be mixing these. Can't be mixing like other pistons like this. I got to get like a whole separate thing for YD 100 setups and stuff like that. So I'm not mix matching and stuff. You should always be measuring and stuff like that as well. I mean, come on. I say that like, come on, like more like talking to me than you guys. Come on, James. Make sure that you're taking side notes. Good thing about hearing the video, again, when I do the editing, is I do kind of pick up on some of that stuff. So this is going to be the high compression head. And, wow, okay, that's a lot bigger fins than I thought I was going to get. Thing's beefy. Oh, that's nice. Little scratch right there. It's kind of a deep little gouge right there. It's kind of a bummer. I'm sure that's not going to cause any issues, though. That'll seal right up. Overall, it's just pretty nice, guys. I just like how the fins are separated more. And they're tall. And we also got the 1, 2, 3 gaps, which I personally think will be nicer. Wow, okay. That's pretty sweet. Alright, guys. I'm going to edit it out. I'm not going to turn the camera up, but I'm going to edit, putting all this away. And then we'll get to the Yeswelder. Huh, cool, guys. Oh, before I go, though, I will say don't expect to see this on a bicycle anytime soon. I am very much always going to have a new motor on standby when one does go, because they will go. They always do. Some last much longer than others, and that's just kind of the name of the game there. You know, we'll put it together, we'll build it so that way when it is time to go, it's time to go. So, that being said, hold tight, stay tuned. Alright, we're back. So, start off with, I already did open up this helmet. I just couldn't say no to opening up this just because the pretty cool design it came with. I'm a huge fan. I love steampunk. My dream is to build like a steampunk bike. So I think this just kind of fit the bill. So this is also a Yeswelder helmet. We got our battery. This is an auto darkening helmet. We got some other protective sheets right there, just in case you probably burn them up or damage or whatever. So that's kind of nice to see that. Big old thick manual, which is great. That one I actually probably will read just because it's been a minute and I want to protect my eyes, you know. So let's keep moving forward. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This thing is so sick. Oh, look at that, guys. I'm sorry, but I think that is just so cool. You got like a little level up bar, like a little, I don't know, acetone bar. There it is. Oh, so those are the shields for the top side. Okay, so you can replace this whole thing. What I really liked about this helmet specifically, it just had a huge window, guys, and especially for me being a beginner, I just think that's going to be perfect. I need to see as much as possible. We got our knobs and all this jazz. Set our everything, I guess. Cool. Low sensitivity, high sensitivity. Shade. Probably the on-off, somewhere in there. Pretty cool adjustments. Another thing I really did like about these helmets is you have this big articulating, you know, plate for the back of your head, so that would just really conform. I got a little bit smaller head, so it's just nice to be able to have that kind of accessory on there, just for, you know, the price that it was. And you guys know me, I'm going to go ahead and slap in the stuff as I talk and stuff like that. I like to do that, so we can keep moving forward and not waste too much time pausing. Yeah, okay, look at that, guys. Ooh, the lolly got the gears on the side. Look at that. I'm sorry, I'm just enamored. Pretty cool. Very happy. Let's go ahead and put that off to the side. Oh, let's put it probably back in the box. Actually, I'm going to put it in this sweet little carrying case they gave us. Why not use it, right? That's actually a nice little bag. It's got like it's not just like a little cheap tinsy bag. It's got some like felt on the inside, I'd say, and that's pretty soft, so I'll keep everything nice and safe for the visor and the screen. Cool. Just gonna put that on top of the old 100 Max. With that being said, again, this is like the little kit stuff that I bought. I bought these gloves separate. They just seem like a pretty good deal. I think these are like $23, and then I bought the Blue Demon Flux Core, which I'm going to return because I think this, I don't think it's going to do anything in the welder, but I just, you know, I paid money for it. I feel like I should get something that's a little nicer than destroyed nastiness. Come on, Amazon, that's on you. I'm not blaming the company. I'm not blaming Blue Demon on this one, guys. Come on, that's just deplorable, Amazon. Deplorable. You guys are better, I know. I swear I send probably 25% of the stuff back anymore. And I have a flippin' Amazon place right, not, you know, like not even like 20 minutes down the road. So I don't know how that happens so much. But it does. That being said, this other little kit that I bought just came with some of the basics. You got your wire brush, pliers for cutting the flux, another jazz, just manipulation and all that goodness. This little kit also came with some other chintzy gloves, which I knew right away I wasn't going to use those. But for all this stuff is what I bought it for, just so I can have the basics to get going. Will I record my first welds? I don't know. Do you guys want to watch me weld for the first time? I hope not. But if you guys want it, we will film it. I also learned that, you know, you don't have to worry about getting any damage from the camera because you're not getting the UV lights that it produces since you're basically making plasma. Got your different gauges for measuring, I believe this is actually to measure the thickness of the steel that you have. This is a wire wheel gauge, obviously to measure wire, and of course a little sticker. So that little kit was pretty good. I think the kit was like 23 bucks. Again, I'll go ahead and slam those in as we're talking. But let's get at it, guys. Let's move on. Ooh, da lolly. Ooh, da lolly, he said. Oh, I gotta move all this, move all this, move all this. Then reorganize later. Sorry if my camera's wobbling. I probably should fix that. A little bit better. All right. Woo hoo hoo hoo. Okay. Let's do it. Again, I'm not trying to get professional at welding. I just want it as another little side hobby on top of my other 38,000 side hobbies. I don't think this is going to detract from motorized bicycles. If anything, it's going to enhance what we can do, just so I can be, like, again, just make some basic repairs or get crafty, you know? Think outside the box, hopefully. Just do some different stuff. Or we'll be dead in the water because my garage can't take the amperage, which it should be just fine for low end or lower, thinner metals. Again, which is kind of what I want to do. Okay. Alright, Pikachu, you gotta get out of the way. Very well packaged. Very happy with that. Looks very good, guys. If you can see it. Ooh, man, that thing is tiny. I like that handle. That thing looks beefy. Okay. Not sure what this guy is. Let's take that out. Oh, goodness. Oh, just also, too, I got some just non-synthetic oil so I can break in that Wildcat a little bit better. I was talking to Johnny from Johnny's Motorized Bicycles, guys. If you know who he is, he's one of the big boys. He's one of the big boys, and you guys know that. Great guy. I'm not joking. I think every single time I've left a comment, he is almost always responded with some great knowledge. So I'm going to take his advice a little bit and just kind of use some non-synthetic oil to get that going, because I don't want to run 4 tanks through it before I can start really opening it up, because basically what Johnny was saying is the synthetic oil, in a nutshell, is almost too lubricant when it comes to breaking in. That will kind of slow it down a little bit like that. As far actually probably speed up the braking process quite a bit. So I'll probably run hopefully maybe the tank I have now, which I've already ran probably like 1/3 of a tank. I'm working on this other tank with synthetic. I'll probably run another tank of that and just kind of see where we're at. Maybe run another tank, and there'll be like 4 tanks all together. Should be plenty by that point. That being said, we're moving on. So one thing about this welder is, you know, it also is a stick welder. So this is going to be our stick connector right there. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty, you know, for plastic and everything like that, which I'm sure everything is plastic now, it seems pretty beefy. Pretty good connector there. Cool. Oh, wow, that's pretty nice, actually. Alright, so we have our ground. Another good little thing about this Yeswelder is it has a little bit better of a ground cable on there, and you can kind of tell because it actually has the copper braided inlays in there, so that's going to help you get a little bit better connection in general compared to just like the ones that don't have that copper lead or connector or what you want to say in there. So that seems very good quality. Whew, man, I'm happy with that. Yeah, this cord's a little thinner than I thought, but cool. Alright, taste of resistance. Almost, I guess. Here is our wire feed gun. Very tactile. I do like that quite a bit. I've seen you can take these off too. Also, I've seen with these Yeswelders, you can go ahead and take these ones off and put the plastic ones that come with the Titan from Harbor Freight, which I was looking at. I probably said that wrong. It's the big green ones, and the reason why I didn't go with that is because this had 2 options, a better deal, a lot smaller. Everything I saw online was pretty positive about this overall. But yeah, anyways, just a little tip, you can actually take that one off, put the plastics on. Again, I think for beginners, what happens, you can ground out pretty easy and struggle getting that going. So we got our nozzle there. And it comes with 2 tips and a bunch of instructions. Again, those are ones I will actually read, unfortunately. Or just watch more and more YouTube videos, right? Ha! That's nice though, guys. That is nice. Plastic. Nice plastic. Oh, lordy. Oh, that's good quality. Again, haven't seen welders, touch welders in a long time, but I wasn't sure what to expect with this, and this is just nice. Hopefully I'm not spending too much time on the welder versus the engine. I'm stoked for the engine, guys. If I sound a little tired and stumbling over my words, it's still, you know, life got real. Life got real quick. Had our baby boy. He's doing great. He's about a month old, but holy cannoli, friends. Y'all tricked us. You all tricked us and said, hey, have kids. It's on. It's fun. But then everyone was saying, hey, it's a lot of work. Well, now I get it. And I've just started, so. That's why I'm babbling a little bit here and there. Cool. Oh, also, too, this welder is a black and red welder, which I think looks pretty snazzy. If you go to their website, you can buy the exact same welder, and it's more of a blue or a green, which is just fine. I mean, we're not buying the welders for what they look for, but I don't know about you guys, but I got a little sense of style that I like to try to keep going. I hope you've seen that in the motorized bicycles. You know, I don't mind busting out the old oil paint pens and writing some crazy stuff on them and jazzing them up and trying to make stuff look nice, right? That's a big part of the whole process. But wow, look how small this thing is. There's my arm. It doesn't even go to my elbow. You know, a little stout though, a little more stout than I thought it was gonna be. Metal all around so far. I looked at like 3 or 4 welders all together, guys, and I kept going back to this one. Again, just the dual capabilities of this. Again, I can just get a little generator. Geez, Facebook Marketplace has generators for days, man. Ooh, all right. That's a big old thick cord. Yep, that's a plug-in. Good job. Ooh, the lolly. That's gonna look nice. I'm not gonna plug it in or anything like that. Well, if you guys are interested, we can do like a little. Again, maybe if I do a little first welding impressions and stuff like that, and see if I don't burn down my house. But that just looks good. Positive, negative, ground. Other majigger. I'm not sure what that one is. Have to figure that one out. Where's that one ground? Oh, that. So gun. It has a little gun right there. Gun. That must be ground. And then you have your positive and negative leads, which depends on which one you're doing, flux or stick. This is nice. These little hinges are plastic, but that's okay. And there it is. You take your flux core, put it in there, drive it through and all that jazz. Let's see if we can get up in there. Yeah, I don't think there's anything really to say about that. It just is gonna do the job. Basically everything I've seen, these are almost universal across the board for cheap welders, plastic and stuff like that. I have to do a little bit of research to actually put the flux core in there. You got to get it to where it's not too tight and all that jazz, so it'll move and everything with this little lock washer setup. Woofta. But that looks pretty sturdy, and if anything, it looks cool. Hopefully I get into it a little bit, guys. It just is gosh. It just looks so much fun, and I could just do so many little things with it. Cool. Well, there you have it, friends. We got the Yeswelder, and we got the good old bicycle engine down in there. We're back. It's your boy James again. Just want to take it apart, see what it's like on the inside and outside. I kind of already took off a couple of the covers, but so far I'm very happy with this, guys. Pretty happy overall. Got your magneto and or your coil there. Over here, I took this off camera. Kind of wish I would have videoed it, so that way you actually know. But no grease on the bevel gear. Pretty typical. Some people say run it with grease, some people say don't. I say you probably should run it with grease. I just got done maintaining the Wildcat 80, put some good miles on it, and yeah, it definitely needs some grease. It ran through the grease I put in there pretty quick. So with that being said, guys, my biggest thing was, let's just go ahead and see if they have grease here in the bucking bar. One thing I did notice I've not seen other engines do is they actually put like a little nut on the back of this bowl right here, which was kind of interesting to me. So we'll just take it apart and talk about it, see what's good. So far, guys, I'm very happy with the whole thing. I really am. The only thing I'm just a little concerned about, really looking it over, is this nick right here. I know it's super small, and I'm sure as it heats up, nothing will happen. But I mean, it's hard to tell, but that's kind of deep, especially when I paid a pretty good little bit of cash for just getting this head. So I might reach out to them and see what they say. Let me know your guys' thoughts. I'm probably way overthinking it. Anywho, let's just go ahead and take this bad Larry off. I'll get my fat fingers all up in the way. And then go ahead and stay tuned. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm just going to go fast forward. I'm just going to take everything apart, as you can already see. And we'll slap it all together the best way I know how. We'll get it greased up, lubed up, and ready to rock and roll, guys. So between the welder and this motor, these are going to be probably my last big purchases for quite some time, which is totally fine. When you have a child, this is my first child, finances get a little bit tighter. Already medical bills are starting to pour in, so we're handling that. So that's just part of the gig, right? Here we go, last bolt. And what do we got? So, looks like no grease on our little clutch arm. Pretty typical, guys, pretty typical. I do think grease is imperative. I have seen where actually this is completely worn away, especially on this other motor that I have on the side. My brother never greased it or anything like that, so looks like they do have some grease in there. Looks like some pretty low maintenance grease. Oh, sweet, came right out. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, there's definitely some grease in there. I can't complain about that, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean it out and get some better high temp grease in there. We'll go from there. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare this, and we'll just kind of sit back and relax, and you guys let me know how you likey. Hey guys, it's your boy James, Grendel's Garage. Just a quick little update. So, as you can see, there was some damage to the head that I got from bicycleengines.com. With that being said, I sent them an email last night with some pictures and kind of describing what my concerns and issues were. And no joke, the next morning woke up, had an email from them. Basically, they're completely rectifying the whole situation. They're going to go ahead and send me a new head, and they're going to go ahead and send me a new carburetor, since that guy has a little busted piece right there. That's awesome. I've not had that kind of customer service in a long time, just with anything lately. So just to see that kind of camaraderie and just to get back to me so quick was just awesome. Super great stuff. Really, really looking forward to see what we can do with this motor. Not 100% sure what we're going to do with it. I have a couple ideas in my head. As of right now, though, we're just going to kick back. We're going to hopefully get some stuff going. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for supporting me. This community is just flat out amazing. I cannot believe how many people are enthused about running these 2 strokes or even the 4 strokes or whatever you're into. And it's just been a blast, guys. So thank you. If you have any input or output, go ahead and slap a comment down there. Hit the like button. It really helps me out. And besides that, guys, just ride safe, be kind. That's all I got. Let's go ahead and just have a good time, guys. Thank you so much, Grendel's Garage. Your boy James. We're out.